like today is incredibly important for student nurses, because what it's doing is it's showing them an area of practice that they can have a real impact on. Everyone who's got on that stage today has made a comment about how the people in this room can make a massive difference. There are 450 student nurses and other kind of nursing directors and matrons and TVNs that are all in this room, and that just shows you the wealth of support for finding out more about this, for coming together and networking and sharing. And as I say, that impact that it can have on practice right from the very first day on placement could have a huge, phenomenal impact if we did this nationwide. So I would massively support such a network of these being set up all over the country. I think that would be absolutely fabulous for nursing and brilliant for student nurses to learn more about this.
Well, the day has been brilliant so far. Actually, for me, a little bit emotional as well to see this many people come together towards preventing pressure ulcers and improving patient safety. Things we've learnt today, gosh, we've learnt how to recognise pressure ulcers. We've learnt quite an important point. We've learnt that they're not all avoidable, but most importantly, we've learnt that in the cases where they are, what we can do to prevent that. We've learnt that anyone can begin to act as a role model for pressure ulcer prevention and can begin to implement change in their practice. So much today, but actually one of the really important things that we've learned is we had a patient and a carer, Brian and Yvonne Lawson, came to speak to us about his experience of living with a pressure ulcer, a very severe pressure ulcer that almost killed him in fact. And we've learnt what it's like from the other side of the uniform, from being a patient and what happens and how you feel when you have a pressure ulcer, and that's been very instrumental today.
It's just so inspiring to be here speaking with different students and then also with different staff members from a variety of different settings. Yeah, it's been a really good day.
I've really enjoyed today. The whole experience has just been really inspiring, hearing from speakers who are really passionate about preventing pressure ulcers, and also hearing from patients and hearing their stories and seeing how much it actually has an impact on patients and their whole lives and their families. I think it's been really inspiring.
It's been really informative. Obviously, as a final year student nurse, I've had input in pressure area care before, but it kind of gives you more confidence to go out there and inform others, so inform your colleagues and healthcare assistants, even doctors, anyone who is involved in looking after the patient.
For all of us, the message has been throughout the day to actually go out there, to be innovative. You're a student, but you can still come up with ideas, you can still change practice, but in the majority of cases you won't need to change practice. Practice is already brilliant. So what the students can do is, when all the nurses and all the other healthcare professionals are so busy, they can really start to champion pressure ulcer prevention, and they can really take responsibility for it, you know, and really push that forward in their practice.
Point about the fact that when they go out on placement, if they just prevent one preventable pressure ulcer and they have 10 placements, that's 10 patients that they've really helped. And so I think this is about doing something positive but also tangible and practical, and that's great to see students infused and motivated about doing something that they can actually start doing right now when they go out on placement.